how do you think medical fields can be extremely lucrative field to build a career?
I mean, I don't think I need to really kind of answer this question, because all of us know that medicine is still the most lucrative field, and especially because of the sheer dearth of number of doctors and the sheer large population of India that we are looking at. So if you look at our doctor population ratio, so we are still struggling in a huge way. So compared to the norms which are prescribed by World Health Organization, wherein you are supposed to have one doctor for a population of about 1,000 people, our ratio is still worse than that. So it's probably about 1 per 1,500, which is way beyond the march, the normal which is required. So I think that is the most important point that you can look at. Medicine being why medicine is still a very lucrative field. No doubt that it is a very tough field. It takes a long time to reach somewhere after doing your MBBS, and it's essentially a competitive field. So that's why it takes a long time. You need to, after your MBBS, you need to prepare for your MD, again struggle. Unfortunately, there are, like for example, Maharashtra, and there are other states which have made these kind of bonds, mandatory bonds, wherein you have to serve, in rural areas for a couple of years. So these are, certain instances, but barring these instances, it is still worth it, I would say. You would rarely come across a doctor who is, struggling to get a job or not finding a suitable job for himself or for herself. So, I mean, that is the most important point, I would say. There is really no dearth of job in the markets, and day by day, the number of hospitals are going up. Even in rural areas, there are now tier 2, tier 3 cities wherein doctors themselves, they are putting up their own hospitals. And it's not very expensive if you go to smaller areas, smaller towns. I have many friends who have set up their own hospital. Within couple of years, they have made up the money which they have put into build up that hospital, or get the equipments and everything. Within couple of years, they have evened out everything, and now they are into profit. So it is still lucrative. But yes, I mean, that's not the first thing that you would look at. It's not essentially a money-making field. As I initially said, empathy and compassion is what you start off with. Money is a byproduct. It will eventually come.
Great answer, sir. In fact, there is a clear supply and demand difference between what the country like India needs and how many doctors are there.
Absolutely. Can I add something more, Abhishek, if you don't mind? Trust me, Indian doctors are the most respected in the world. I have been to places like Iraq. I have been to places like Bangladesh. The kind of trust they have on us is immense. Trust me. So we have opportunities not just in India, even outside. So you can prepare for your US MLE. You can go to US. You can go to UK. You can go to Singapore. You can go to Dubai, UAE. There are immense opportunities. It is, I mean, sky is the limit, I would say. So for Indian doctors, there is respect everywhere.
Great.